China's finance sector is committed to supporting the country's growth and stabilizing its stock market. This is according to regulators' comments in a series of heavyweight pressers on Saturday. They covered a number of topics related to monetary policy and market regulation. Later, we will discuss what exactly the blueprint could be, but first, let's take a look at this.
A busy Saturday for Chinese finance regulators. Officials from China's central bank, the People's Bank of China, held a press conference on issues related to financial reform and development. Governor Zhou Xiaochuan said China's economic growth now relies more on domestic demand. The country will stand by prudent monetary policy, but will lean to easing when necessary.
With regard to China's monetary policy, my personal estimation is that in the future, we'll still stick to the prudent monetary policy, given that in the future, there will be no major turbulence in the financial market and world economy. And there is currently no need for us to have stimulus monetary policy.
In response to pressure from an economic slowdown, the chairman of China Banking Regulatory Commission said that the banking sector needs reform, including improvements to difficult finances for small and micro businesses that would support economic growth through innovation. Also at the press conference, the chairman of China Securities Regulatory Commission responded to a question about a potential circuit breaker system.
In the next few years, we can foresee that our main market investment structure will not have fundamental changes, so we will not have suitable conditions for implementing a circuit breaker system at that time.
Later in the day, the country's state-owned enterprise regulator also presented a prescription for reform, destocking unnecessary production in coal and steel, and promoting more promising sectors like aerospace, nuclear, high-speed rail, and more. During the whole day's meeting, regulators reiterated their confidence in helping the country deliver its growth target. But their job remains tough, as the finance industry faces irregularity from time to time, and when panic ensues, it takes both accurate and speedy measures to appease concerns.
And for more about what these important press conferences, what kind of message they have to already send, is it going to make sense to the investors all over the world? We're joined here in the Beijing studio by Mr. Zhu Ning, who is the Deputy Director of the Shanghai Advanced Institute of Finance at Shanghai Jiao Tong University. Welcome. And also in our studio, I have Professor Huo Deming, Professor from the National School of Development at Peking University. Also joining us from London, we have John Ross, who is a Senior Fellow with the Chongyang Institute for Financial Studies at Renmin University of China. Welcome to the three of you, gentlemen. First of all, one central bank governor, three chairmen of China's top financial regulators. What kind of message have they sent through their annual press conference? Much confidence at all, Professor Huo?
Calm down in confidence. Because last year we have seen the turbulence in the financial market as well as the community. Everybody was shocked. Well, everybody likes it something, but in terms of improvement, it's probably a little bit over. So this time we need to calm down with the stability of the society, especially the GDP and growth and so on and so forth. So I'm all with confidence, and I'm also very, very cool.
All for confidence, but is there confidence, Professor Zhu?
Well, I think they're trying. I think in addition to the confidence, I think there's also reassurance. I think reassurance of two things. One is about China's commitment to further reforms. The other is, I think, China's commitment to maintain the stability of its financial system. So I think that is also very important. So I think it is sending a very clear message not only to domestic investors but also to international investors about, well, if there's going to be a systematic financial risks, the China central bankers and the three regulatory agencies will not sit on the sideline. They will take active actions to stabilize the market.
You talk about reform. Yes, and China has never denied it's going to proceed with reform, but the question really is the rhythm and the pace. For example, with the Chinese Securities and Regulatory Commission, there was a lot of talk previously of so-called registration system. But now it seems, according to Mr. Liu Shiyu, who is the new head of that specific regulation committee, it's likely to go with a number of other sets of rules and regulations to create the best environment for it to come out, which means